Because it's really not that bad, but if I put a twist in it.
Oh, I see. I can't push cross with you.
I don't know if that's making a difference, but that's a little push cross too. But if I take the...
This probe is probably going to die.
But if I put a twist in
Well, actually, if that second shot... Yeah, okay. It did get off. But, I mean, he got his pylon down on the high ground where he wanted it. I think he wanted to get the probe up to the natural. But since the photon overcharge was still active, that was a fruitless endeavor.
If you see enemy probes around your main or base, that's not a good sign.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I think it's just a matter of getting his second immortal out, and once that's out, which it almost is, he just needs to use his warp gates and he's fine. Because, essentially, Hurricane is committing to an all-in. He's gonna be behind, economically.
I found if I turn one
Most
of the
likely.
lanes a little sideways, it's easier to get the hook around back.
So, he is getting some force fields, so that might be, or that should be useful in holding back the Zealots, momentarily. Photon overcharge has expired, and, I don't see a mothership core. Did he snipe it? I'm guessing so. The Phoenixes pick up as many Stalkers as they can. The force fields go down, but, I mean, there's so much open space here. The Zealots just run around the force fields. It just bought him time. It didn't really do too much more. And so, he's going to lose his gas soon. I feel like he shouldn't have used those force fields there if he was wanting to do that. And with these two immortals, I mean, they're just going to tear through the Stalkers. The Phoenixes are complementing this very nicely, since it basically makes the DPS of Hurricane's army, it neutralizes the higher DPS of Hurricane's army, so that he just can't get the engagement he wants. His Zealots are tanking a lot of shots and forcing Hurricane to micro, and so he can't shoot. There's another pylon on the high ground up here for Zest, so he will be more than fine. And yeah, I mean, at this point, Hurricane, he can't get out of this situation because... Oh, actually no, there is a way to blink from the natural out to the fourth location. It's flat, so he should have enough vision. Yeah, he will do that. So his Stalkers will get away. Most of them. He's still going to lose two more. That Stalker is trying. I didn't see if it got away or not. Yes, I know. So, are you happy?
You're embarrassed.
So Hurricane has taken his expansion, and it is earlier than Zest, but Zest has the transition. He has the Robo down. So basically, as it works for the PvP matchup, you need two Stalkers in the early game, you need Immortals in the mid game, and then Colossi in the late game, or mid to late game, and then Tempest late game. Generally speaking, there are a couple other factors. There's a time and circumstance to go for Immortal Archon, and I mean we saw Zest get one Colossus with Thermal Lance in the game previous to this. So you know, I mean, there's always a time and a place, but generally speaking, that's how this matchup progresses. And with these 3 immortals, I mean, if Hurricane is lucky, he might be able to pick off a couple more probes with like 4 Stalker Blink squads. But he's not going to be able to get much done. Zess is like 5 seconds behind in terms of his expansion. So, I mean, at the end of the day, Zess took better trades. What is humoring you?
Sorry, it's just a catchphrase.
Oh, at the end of the day?
Yeah.
I didn't realize I used it that much.
I use it a lot.
Yeah, you can be lame
As
as you're
well as
up.
consequently.
Oh, I know I use consequently a lot.
You can be in lame as you're up.
Huh?
You can be in lame as you're up.
Why?
At the end of the day, it's one of those songs.
Oh, I see.
Like speeding it up might be advised, or
Yeah. No, it's not lagging too much yet. It's minimal lag. Photon Overcharge is activated, as he doesn't have his Stalkers in position to ward against these Phoenixes. And he really doesn't want to lose any sentries, so he's going to trade some energy for...
Are you thinking
these
that's going
entries.
to keep the smoothie?
I thought we had it on the other side previously, but then
Well,
I wasn't having and stuff.
We've got options. I mean, what is it we put here?
Phoenixes... Oh, that's another thing. So, Zest is using his oversaturated base to start long distance mining so that it stays at a normal saturation. Because of the Phoenixes, Hurricane can't do that. He'll lose his extra probes. So, this is part of what I mean by the Phoenixes. They just give you so much map security.
said Hellions can't shoot up because then there could be Phoenixes who would die in fire. Also, I'm sad that Stargates can't catch on fire because they can be birthed from fire too.
See what I put up with. You're terrible.
I am. Jairus Omega the Terrible.
I like it stuff.
Dog, calm down.
I am calm.
She'll never shut up.
Come on, dog.
If you guys don't know, my name, my real life name in Hebrew happens to translate to dog, so that's why I'm responding to his comments.
I still haven't pulled that one. I think that one would probably merit a black eye or a broken nose or something.
Spin kick!
Yeah, that'd probably be broken jaw. Okay.
So this scout is gonna come in. We'll see pretty much everything. He knows that it's basically the same progression in tech that he saw in the last game, where Zest will have early Phoenixes. I really hope that he doesn't try and go for Tempest again, because while Tempest does counter Colossi, I feel like he's just not going to be able to match it. So he's going to match it with Colossi of his own, and I think that I would say that's a better option, but he's not going to get it in time. Zez is going to attack now with 3 Immortals and Colossi to reinforce, or Colossus to reinforce, and this is probably just going to be curtains right now.
Do you have any feedback from the last time?
Oh, yes, he said feedback. Um, what are you doing? My sister's being weird.
Being weird, that implies that I stopped being weird.
She's your sister. Of course she's weird.
She's being abnormally weird.
Is there such thing? It's weird to think that there's
Nice
other
laptop.
weird.
Oh boy.
Yes, I agree.
I agree. Well, that could be narcissistic for me.
He's gonna break down these rocks first so that he can get, so that he doesn't have to fight through a choke.
Where do you think we should be? Where? Outside.
I like this. He's gonna hallucinate another Colossus. Basically, that will help. If this observer is out of vision of the Colossus, of the hallucination, the auto target fire is going to distribute it between the two Colossus, and that will be annoying. But I really don't think it matters. There's just too much zest.
No, it's quite a spicy one.
These StarCraft players that give themselves names that mean things make it hard on me to maneuver away from this one.
Well, looks like this hurricane's landfall that we find out soon.
What dispels hurricanes?
Land. Lack of heat. Another hurricane going in the exact opposite direction at the exact same speed.
Has this ever happened?
No.
FYI, we're going to be down the street, so.
Oh, I thought you were gonna set up outside.
Alright, well, it looks like we're
We
good.
still have plenty of minutes.
Are we gonna have to move the table again?
Yeah, but it's like, it's like,
Yeah,
I
it's
could do
just
it for
it's funny.
yeah, it is funny. I just didn't think of it.
Well, I mean, I think this storm will be brought to an end.
Oh dear. Oh yes.
And that is game. So apparently it is dinner time.
Sorry, guys.
So we will finish
My
our
brother was
cast.
naughty and hasn't had anything to eat.
I was eating chocolate.
Such a qualifier.
I blame Zenador.
Because of course this means that
This wouldn't have happened if I took the right train.
Here's the juice.
Well, and of course, Jairus Mega probably hasn't eaten as well, so.
Had a few dates.
Had a few dates.
Oh yes, we had a few dates. Anyways, thank you viewership for tuning in.
And we will